Nurse, could you give me a minute, please?
Can you give me a minute?
Can you give me a minute?
I'm sorry. Can you give me a minute?
Yeah.
Hey, can you give me a minute?
Can you give me a minute?
Can you give me a minute here, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so, can you give me a minute?
Why don't you give me a minute?
All right. Why don't you give me a minute?
Can you give me a minute?
Hey, could you give me a minute and I'll be right out?
Yeah, mine'll be the Mustang out front thumping some Credence.
You give me a minute? Okay. Well, I haven't taken it yet. Could you give me a minute, please?
Right, can you give me a minute? I'll ring the wife.
Mr. Murray, could you give me a minute?
Hey, guys. Sorry to interrupt, but,
Hey, Frederick, can you give me a minute?
I've got a con.
Give me a minute, I need... All right, can you give me a minute, Stan? I'm just gonna run to the men's room.
Give me the bag!
Give me a minute.
Give me a minute.
Just a minute, please?
Can you give me a minute?
Nurse, could you give me a minute, please?
Can you give me a minute?
Can you give me a minute?